Such a dangerous rap. We rolling? Okay. Tell me something. If you've got such a dangerous and such a rowdy reputation, tell me something you've done that's been wild, or tell me a story that somehow you've ended up in trouble.
I don't know. What do you want? What do you want? Anything. This guy, we rented vans. He goes out and wrecks vans and passes out in the middle of the street. We stayed at the Gramercy Hotel here, and one of our friends, West Arkeen, the guy jumped over the counter. His dad had a heart attack, and they didn't give him the message. And then when he yelled at the guy jumped over the counter and hit him. And then 3 guys jumped him that worked the hotel here in New York. So then he came up and got me. I went downstairs and 2 big guys come at me with clubs. So I grabbed a huge metal sign, and it was like a showdown. They backed off, and then the cops came, and that's like the most recent thing that's happened.
Tell me why there are 2 versions of the Appetite for Destruction album cover.
Why do you think there's 2 versions?
Well, I have to get it on tape.
Well, because there's a lot of record stores and stores that sell your record that did not like the cover and had a different opinion of what it meant. And so we knew that was going to happen, but we wanted to get the cover out. So then we made another cover. And it's basically there's 2 covers because we didn't want to, we weren't stupid. We didn't want to limit our sales, and plus we like both covers, and it's fun having 2 versions out.
Plus it's a catch-22 because we put out the first record, right? We put out the first cover, sold so many, with that, and then changed it, and the fucking first, or the first cover. The cover is inside the inner sleeve. Yeah, you so it's a catch-22, anyway. So it's like it doesn't really matter.
Are you worried that people like the PMRC will object or limit?
I don't really care about the PMRC. I don't care. I think it's stupid. I think people that are voting for people, don't deserve to have somebody's wife or something like that's not the person they voted for. I'm not voting for who this guy decides to be with.
The more stickers they put on records, the more records we sell.
Yeah.
It's the whole philosophy of being a teenager and rebellion, The worse they get.
When the parents hate it, the kids love it. So it's like, and then the parents end up finding a song they like, so I like that.
Yeah, they don't have a clue.
Opening up the Motley Crue?
Yeah. 3 more days.
Oh, yeah.
4 more days.
Oh,
How
yeah.
did you end up opening up?
Well, we were going to do it on the original beginning of their tour, but we weren't ready yet. Our album hadn't been put out yet, and so they got Whitesnake, and they were real happy with that, but now Whitesnake is ready to start headlining on their own. And they like us, and we like them, so it's like we're ready to do it. They're rolling out like the red carpet. They're giving us more lights than they usually give an opening act. They're giving us more monitors and more things. Yeah, they're really helping us because they're into what we're doing. And someone told me the other day, Circus Magazine told me that Vince Neil said some nice things about us. Besides, I figure that any kid that has a Guns N' Roses album has a Motley Crue album too, so this should be great.
It's probably, if you think about it,
I think it'll be a good show for the kids.
The best tour. For what we do, for what Motley Crue does, what we do.
It's pretty legit.
Putting it right together. It's like, who else, there hasn't been a rumble.
It's pretty legit and unpretentious and not aimed at top 40 radio. It's aimed at just coming from the heart, rock and roll.
Do you think Vince being a teetotaler or at least doing these rad commercials will affect any kind of backstage antics during this
I think we have to do those because of other reasons. I wouldn't even want to get involved.
And I don't think it'll affect us. It's like we won't do anything to stir up any trouble on the tour. In the hotel rooms is another story.
Living such a quote-unquote reckless life, do you think there's any danger of burning out too early? Do you plan on being around for a couple of years?
I'm not necessarily interested in the longevity. As long as the music sticks around.
As far as I'm concerned, it's just as long as we believe in what we're doing.
We care about each other enough to keep each other in line. Like I saved this guy's life a couple times this week.
What's your relationship to LA Guns?
They're friends of ours, and like we used to practice in the drummer's studio. I was a original singer in an old version of that band. The guitar player in LA Guns, Izzy lived with him. He grew up, him and Slash were like friends in high school and rival bands and stuff like that. And the name Guns N' Roses came about from Tracy Guns and Axl Rose. And I said, well, let's just call it Guns N' Roses. And then he went back to LA Guns and I called it Slash and Steve. And, you know, we just kept the name.
Do you have any plans for another album? The EP is coming out?
Well, the EP is planned, and then we've already talked with Geffen that we will record a double album whenever we're done touring. And hopefully we'll put out a double album. We'll see how it sounds and if it's a smart move to put out a double record because it's going to cost more. But we've got all the material ready for it, and we're still writing new stuff. So we have about 40 songs ready to go that we believe in.
I do a fashion segment on MTV called Addicted to Style. And do you want to talk about your tattoos or any kind of fashion statement seems to be consistent throughout members of the band?
Well, I'm wear whatever's laying around the hotel when you wake up, you know what I'm saying?
Why don't you tell us about your tattoos?
A guy named Robert Benedetti does our tattoos on Sunset Strip. He does like Ozzy's, and Kevin Brady used to work there, and he did Motley Crue and stuff. And it's like I think about a tattoo a long time before I get it. Like I got the one on my arm here before we had the album cover designed. You know, Geffen saw this and liked it so much that they wanted to do a cover. And I don't know, fashion is just like, I believe in wearing and doing what you want to do, not what someone tells you to do. You know, and that's what our fashion is. It's like hard. You go into a nice hotel, you're renting out a whole floor, you're playing a big show in a town, you know, like we're on the Cool Tour, you know, you're playing for like 10,000 people sometimes. And they won't let you in the restaurant because of the dress code, and there's no one in it. You know, what is that? You know, and this guy's making like $8 an hour. You're blowing him away financially and successfully, and he's telling you you're a bum. Schizo, see, I can turn it on or off.
No, but I get thrown out of everywhere, you know, for no real reason except for the fact that I like to get drunk and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, as far as I'm concerned, it's pretty much just whatever you wear, whatever you wake up in, and you just go and do what you gotta do.
About tattoos, don't go get a tattoo if you just to get a tattoo. Get something that you plan on having for the rest of your life. If you're gonna get one, make sure it means a lot to you and you're gonna have it for the rest of your life. You know, like when I come up with an idea for a tattoo, I think about it for a year. Do I really want that? Do I always want that on my arm? I'm not unhappy with anything I have. The only thing I'm bummed about is I got this tattoo right here, which is a Thin Lizzy album cover, and I always wanted to show it to Phil Lynott, and he died on me.
I got this one like whenever, and it's been years since I figured out what I was gonna put on this album. So I drew this one, right? It's my own drawing. So I figured if I ever get a tattoo, it'll be my own drawing. So I have to figure out what I want to get on this album. It's gotta be something that so it's like as soon as something I think is important enough, then I'll go. You know.
We'll get some B-roll if you sign a record. It sounds like an MTV contest.
New York. New York. To mine?
Anyway. I never saw that. I never got to see that.
Hey, Doug, what?
Right? She was like, what are you saying?
Blocking the light.
What is this? You got a random.